Welcome to part 2 of the big day out in London. We will take a very inexpensive ferry ride on the Thames River and then go to Greenwich. We'll go to the observatory and then have a look around the park and the surrounding Greenwich suburb. We began part 2 of our journey at the Embankment Pier. We caught a ferry. It was run by Transport for London, the same mob that run the Tube and all other public transport in London. It was around about a 45-minute journey, and the line was RB1. Ferries run every 20 minutes or so. You can get it either at Westminster or the Embankment. It goes all the way to Greenwich. Here's the map of the ferry service showing all the stops. It cost £8.70, which was quite cheap, and you can pay with either your credit card or debit card or the Oyster card. On this map it basically shows our journey all along the Thames River, stopping all stations until we get to our destination in Greenwich. From there we had a nice walk through the Greenwich Gardens to the observatory. The ferry ride was absolutely fantastic. There were so many landmarks that we experienced and got to see. This would include the London Eye, the Millennium Bridge, the Tower of London, London Bridge, the Gherkin, the Walky Talky, Tower Bridge, HMS Belfast, Canary Wharf, Cutty Sark, and finally Greenwich. I'll let you watch some of these marvellous sights. was actually surprised at how fast these ferries moved once the river widened and there was a little bit less traffic. After about a 45-minute trip, we finally arrived in Greenwich. You can see there that that weird dome is actually somewhere that you can walk underneath the River Thames. That tunnel was first opened in 1902. It's around about 1,217 feet long, and the tunnel runs around 50 metres underneath the river. We also can see Cutty Sark, which is a very old, famous sailing boat. We walked for about 150 metres along the river, went through some magnificent gates, and there was just spectacular architecture. This was the old Royal Naval College and also the University of Greenwich. Truly magnificent buildings, and there's an overhead view of that area. Really, really impressive. If you're into architecture, this shouldn't be missed. The Royal Observatory is located on the top of a hill, and I must say you get absolutely magnificent views of London, including the Thames River and quite a few of the famous landmarks. The observatory costs £9.50 to get in. The opening hours are 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I chose not to go in because it was quite hot. It was towards the end of a very, very long and hot day. We finished the day off with a tour around Greenwich Market. It was a very big and long day. It was quite warm, about 28, 29 for most of the day. And we decided to head back home, and as you can see on the map, it was a 30-mile trek back via public transport to Rickmansworth, where we were staying. So we rode the DLR line, which is a Docklands light rail line. We caught it at the Cutty Sark station and all the way to Canary Wharf. Quite fascinating Canary Wharf station, really big, huge, lots of walking to get to the train line. And we did catch the Elizabeth line all the way to Baker Street, and from Baker Street we caught the Metropolitan line back to Rickmansworth when we were staying, and we were fortunate to get a lift to the place we were staying at. So very long and tiring day. I think we put in about 20,000 steps. It was a huge day, but I think a really good itinerary. We saw so much. In the video in part 1, we spent most of our time in and around Parliament House. We saw obviously the Thames River, Whitehall and its gardens, Parliament House, Big Ben, Westminster Abbey, the Household Cavalry Museum, the Centre Path. We finished off with a tour around Trafalgar Square with its fountains, lions, Nelson's Column and the National Gallery in the background. In this video, part 2, we took a river cruise, a very affordable river cruise, saw the Royal Observatory, the Royal Naval College, Cutty Sark, and saw where we could walk under the Thames River. All in all, fantastic day, really good itinerary. I would highly recommend it. Hopefully you've liked the previous video and this part 2 video. If so, please do hit the like and subscribe buttons. And until next time, bye.